The word atheist is like a bad word, so no one identifies. And if we come out and do this, it helps to spread the word. It's been growing, in the media.
Now let's just say you're wrong, okay?
That's where you're going is Pascal's wager.
Let's just say you're wrong and you die. How are you going to convince God to let you into heaven?
I don't think I'll need to.
Really?
Any form of God that created such a, I don't believe in creation, but if he did create this, I don't think that he would be so megalomaniacal that he needs to punish me forever. I'm a good person. I do good things. I'm a good person. I don't believe he would want to punish me forever.
So you're not going to hell?
I don't think hell exists.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Now, what about Jesus? Who is Jesus?
Jesus very well could have been a very good guy. He had a great message.
Good guy.
And I think it just got built up. There's a tons of messiahs from around that area that have the same thing. All the virgin birth. They have all the same issues.
Right.
And he was a good guy with a good message. And then after he died, nothing was written in the Bible for 80, 100 years, and it got blown up.
Right. Okay. Now, do you believe I have a soul?
I don't believe in a soul.
No?
Nah.
I have soul.
I mean,
I have soul.
I've got soul, brother. I've got soul, but you don't have like an inanimate, part of you that's going to live on when you die. When you die, you're gonna be dead.
So what happens when you die?
You become a tree. You become grass. Your molecules get broken down. Everything gets redistributed, and you end up, in another form. It's not you. It's you're just made of star stuff. All your elements were formed in the stars, and that's how it is.
Isn't that a little sad and depressing?
Oh no! What is sad? What would be sad was that if the God created the entire universe, all the galaxies, just for us, and there's nothing else out there. That's sad. What's not sad is that I'm here after the product of 14 billion years of life in of the universe, and 4.5 billion years of the Earth, 3.1 billion years of life, just to be here. That's not sad.
You sad before you were born?
No, yeah. That's not sad. Like, I got to be here. I won, as I think Dawkins said, I won the genetic lottery. I got to be here.
Right.
Nothing sad.
All right. What year is it?
2012.
AD?
Yes.
You must hate that.
Yeah, it's a historical thing.
Now, if you had to convert to a religion, if you had to, just for fun, what would it be? Judaism, Islam, Buddhism, Christianity. If you had to, pick one.
Pastafarianism.
Obviously.
There's beer volcanoes and stripper factories in heaven. Like, where's the question?
Okay, all right. Now, do you think religion has been a net positive or a net negative thing in world history?
It's a push and a take. Like, a lot of atheists like to just say all religion is bad. I see religious people where it's very important in their life. It does something for them. It helps them in their lives. Christians like to point out, try to say that atheists, Stalin, Nazi, they try to push. Both sides like to do murder numbers,
okay,
and then rack them up. That's a push.
Right. That's a push.
It's a push.
Really?
Well, most times they're wrong anyways. Stalin, Nazis were mostly Catholic.
Really?
They're wrong on both
Nazis
sides.
were Catholics?
Hitler was a Catholic.
Hitler was Catholic?
Really?
The Catholic Church actually supported the Nazis in the very beginning.
Okay.
You see, that's a moot point.
All right, okay.
That's not what I want to go.
Okay, all right.
Religion is a benefit in some people's lives, but it's also done a lot of things. But I'm not going to whitewash religion as being horrible because of that.
Okay. Now, how did the Earth get started?
An amalgamation of matter due to gravity that collected on itself. I'm not a physicist, but I read that's what I can come up with.
What was that again?
And after the Big Bang, there was a lot of extra matter in the universe.
Yeah.
Supposedly gravity coalesced those things, and it formed planets.
Yeah, okay.
I can't believe I'm getting an interview at Fox News. This is amazing!
So who started the Big Bang?
Who invented God? Who created God?
I don't know.
God is eternal is what they say.
I don't get it.
See, the great thing about this is I'm okay with not knowing everything about the universe.
Okay.
I can look at science and look what we have found out, and I can look at that objectively, but I don't have to have every answer, you know?
So science hasn't figured out who created the Big Bang?
There could be no who. There's no who.
Don't things start? How do things start?
Yes, the way the religious people would like to focus it, everything has to have a first cause.
Right.
I'm not a philosopher. I'm not. You know, I don't. My atheism isn't dependent on me knowing how the universe began.
Okay.
It's not like I can look at science and say, okay, we've got good things figured out. I don't have to know how everything. I'm
Okay.
comfortable with not.
Okay. You're comfortable with not knowing. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot. I think I know just as much as the religious person would say they know. They're taking it on faith. We're taking it on evidence. I don't have to know, 100%. And you question me on how the Earth formed or how the Big Bang thing doesn't discredit my belief or my knowledge that I see no evidence for
No,
God.
I'm not trying to discredit you. I'm just trying to
But I
find
mean,
out.
it's
Sure.
a common refrain.
Now, have you ever prayed?
Yeah, when I was young.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And do you believe in miracles?
absolutely.
No?
No.
What about the miracle on ice? We beat the Russians, 1980.
This is a very kind of funny kind of interview. This is going for the morning. The Fox and Friends. Fox and Friends. Steve Ducey is going to be like making fun of me, isn't he?
No, this is for Bill O'Reilly. Yeah.
Excellent. Invite me on. Tell him to
Now,
invite me on.
let me ask you this.
Tell him to invite me on so that he can tell me how he thinks.
Okay. All right.
Gravity works.
All right. Let me ask you this: has Obama been a good or a bad president for atheists?
You know, Obama's been a mixed bag for people who support him. He hasn't come through with everything. He actually gave a speech, the first time I've ever heard a president acknowledge non-believers.
Right.
So in that respect, he gave a speech, the same speech. He talked about his father's atheism openly. That's good, and it's but he supported faith-based initiatives.
Right.
He's done other things that.
Reverend Wright.
Yeah. So. It's the same thing. It's a mixed bag.
Right.
But
Now, the president, you believe religion's a myth, right?
yeah,
And he obviously believes in that myth. So you think the president's been scammed into this whole Christianity deal?
you want to know the truth?
Yeah.
I don't think he believes.
What do you think?
I think he's very, very smart and knows that an atheist can't get elected anywhere except for Representative Pete Stark in California because he's got a really nice district. But
Obama's a secret atheist.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, he's at least more. He's not a fundamentalist.
Right.
Belief is a scale.
Right.
Belief is a scale, and atheism is at the far end. He's somewhere less on the scale than Rick Santorum.
Right. Now, why can't an atheist get elected president?
Because just what we talked about before, atheism is a bad word. People we're just about reason. We don't expect myth. It doesn't mean we eat babies.
But Americans are a reasonable people. I mean, we've accomplished a lot of scientific and progressive advancements. We're some of the most intelligent universities. Why wouldn't we go for an atheist president?
There are many reasonable demographics within America, but creationism, something like 55% of people don't believe in evolution. That's not reasonable. We're not a reasonable people.
Okay.
When you look at that, we're not an evidence-based people.
Right. Okay. Last question. Anything you want to say to Bill O'Reilly?
I wouldn't know where to start.
Do you watch the show?
Occasionally.
Yeah. What do you think?
He's not evidence-based. He's not evidence-based. He's about himself. I could go off, but you're just looking for a soundbite, man.
Thank you very much. I already got one.
I'm sure you did.
Thank you. Good job. Okay. Wow, it's really pouring.
Atheists on display. Last Saturday, a whole bunch of godless people, and I use that term in a repertorial way, held an event in Washington called the Reason Rally. The goal to celebrate secular values. So who better to send to that rally than Jesse Waters?
You're an atheist?
I am an atheist.
Why?
Because I believe in reality.
So you realize God is punishing the atheists and bringing down the rain.
I saw the news forecast a week ago and absolutely knew that was going to be the lead story on Fox News.
You just believe in nothing.
Absolutely.
What was that all about?
Are you a little bit worried about going to hell? Just a little bit?
How can I be worried about something I don't believe in? I don't know if heaven is such a great place.
If there is a hell, this is the closest thing to it.
I agree, at the atheist rally.
That was harsh.
So what happens when you die?
When you die, you're gonna be dead.
I'm really hoping that I can be a skeleton in a science lab just so I can hang around naked.
That's creepy. What about Tim Tebow?
I'm a Jets fan.
I would give my whole heart.
If Tim Tebow asked you out, what would you say?
I think I want to meet someone with my same values.
I'm just gonna be myself.
You know, sometimes God says no.
Right.
Sometimes she says yes.
She?
She.
God's a she?
How do you know what God's gender is?
I thought you said there wasn't a God.
There is no God.
So why are you calling her she?
Why not?
So if you guys were to convert, what would you guys choose to believe in?
Yoda. Postfarianism.
What the heck is that?
It's the belief that there is a giant flying spaghetti monster.
Now, if a Christian came up to you and said, this is very insulting, what would you tell him?
Some Christian beliefs are insulting to me.
You know, I know what you're doing right now, and I don't like it.
Can I baptize you right now?
No, thank you.
Did you ever pray?
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
Nothing.
What's your name?
Jesus.
Got it.
Don't take the Lord's name in vain.
Jesus very well could have been a very good guy.
He walked on water.
Were you there?
I heard it.
That's your problem.
Now, how did the Earth get started?
An amalgamation of matter due to gravity that collected on itself.
I don't know what that means.
Evolution, Big Bang.
But who created the chemical structure?
We don't necessarily know how life exactly
so you
started.
guys don't know either.
No, if every time we were stumped in science about something that bugged us, just threw up our hands and said, oh, God did it, we'd still be in the Stone Age right now.
So you're taking a little leap of faith there, right?
No, I wouldn't call it faith.
No?
I would call it scientific study.
How are you going to convince God to let you into heaven?
There is no God.
Do you guys ever watch The O'Reilly Factor?
Yeah, sometimes. It's very entertaining.
I hate Bill O'Reilly.
Get out.
I got nothing to say to anybody on Fox News.
Except me.
Except you. And I'm not sure who you are.
Can't believe I'm getting interviewed at Fox News.
This is amazing!
All right, now, were they nice to you in general?
No, not really. No, they were heckling me, but there was
Right.
a few rabble-rousers that were trying to get under my skin.
What was the political bent of the atheists? Were they Democrats? Were they libertarians?
So they're mostly all Democrats, and they want more political power. I mean, these were hardcore activists. When they withdraw money from the ATM, they said they take the bill and they take a pen and they cross out "In God We Trust." And they think they're being assaulted by Christian political values, abortion, contraception. So they want, more representation in Congress.
But there's so few atheists.
Well,
That's when,
yeah,
I
they're
understand
atheists.
that you vote for people in Congress, so
No.
you could run on the atheist ticket.
That's
but,
true. They
right.
did a poll on that,
Yeah.
and a gay president or a Muslim president is more popular than an atheist president. So they have a long way to go.
How many people were at that rally?
About 10 to 20,000.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
people, and this was the coming out party for the atheists.
Right.
Gay people need courage to come out of the closet. This was supposed to inspire atheists to come out of the closet and get rid of the stigma.
Okay. Well, Jesse Waters, everybody, there he is once again.
You're just looking for a soundbite, man.
Thank you very much. I already got one.